Hey people, it's Dan Larson, welcome to the newest Synthesize Sunday episode. Sorry for the late dudes, I'm still a little sick, but I wanted to provide you a neat little sound what I made, and I put it into context, and this is how it sounds. I know this is not the best and this is not my best stuff, but I would like to give you this project file for free. And what I would like you to do is expand this little idea, this little loop into a full song and send it back to me. I mean only an MP3, because this will be a competition for you guys. I'm going to review all the entries and we'll choose one winner based on the idea, originality, sound design, arrangement, mixdown, mastering, etc. So I'm going to offer a free Skype lesson for the winner. I know this is not too much, but I offer Skype lessons for $50. So I think this is a nice thing. If you are interested, just check the video descriptions, download this little project file, and send a streaming media link or an MP3 back to my Letsynthesize Gmail box. But right now, let's hop into the sound, and as I showed you before, this is the sound itself. I think this is a very nice little sound, and I know this context is not the best for this sound, but I'm giving this to you so you can do anything with it basically. So I resampled it because this was the easiest to play around with it, and also froze it, so let me unfreeze it now. And the main sound comes from operator, and there are some tons of stuff here what I'm going to just delete because we don't need them. So sorry for this little issue here. Anyway, I think we are done here. Yeah, okay, so there's a bunch of effects here, and let me put them in rec. So the pure sound is something like this, but with the effects we will be able to turn it into this. How cool is this? So the pure sound, the operator sound, is a little complex because we use this algorithm where we have operator A going out from the sound, from the synth, and we are modulating it with 3 other operators at the same time. So we are using operator B, C, and D for it. And let's go to A, which is a custom waveform, which looks like this. You know, I just use my pencil to draw in some stuff here, and I use it on course 8. Then I modulated with a simple sine on course 1, then a saw wave on course 7, then another sine on course 10. So as you can see, I'm using a morph filter, what I'm modulating with this MIDI envelope. This is a very nice way to modulate stuff very quickly. And the distortion here is on sine distortion. As you can see, I pushed out the shade to pretty high, on a pretty high level. And I also applied a pitch envelope, but this is not too drastic. Okay, so this is all here basically, and let's move on to the effects. The first one is an isotope trash. So as you can see, I'm using just some peaks here on filter 2, another bunch of peaks, and I'm not modulating anything with it, so these are static peaks. I didn't use the convolve either, but what I did here is I applied some pretty drastic dynamics, pretty drastic compression. You know, I was just experimenting with trash, what I can do with the sound. So this can be redone in Ableton stock filters and Ableton stock dynamics plugin or compressor. But anyway, if you want, you can play around and experiment with the trash because it is here. I mean, it is in the project file what I'm going to give out. I also use a VAW2 filter, which is again not very important, and you can replace it with anything. And doesn't give that much to the sound, but what I did here is I used a band reject filter on vocal mode, and I applied some movement on the envelope follower. So as you can see, I'm right clicking on the cutoff, and I can move this knob up and down to activate the envelope follower range on the cutoff filter. The next effect is 2 OTTs, like the very regular stuff, and also a saturator. And because all this effect gives some very harsh tones, I wanted to EQ them out at around 2000 Hz, and I cut everything above 10,000 Hz. I have a 3-band split rack here where I turned mono on everything. You know, I made this project file in Ableton Live 9 where I didn't have this new utility tool, Ableton 10 utility, which you can see I need to upgrade. So this is not very important. I can delete that and drop in Ableton 10 utility to, you know, make mono the low end. Oops, not full mono, but only on the low end. So at around 150 Hz, this is what I like to use. If you make a bass sound, it is very important. Let's add the phaser 2. And what you can see here is I use the built-in LFO to play around with the frequency of the phaser. So this is the amount and this is the speed of the LFO, which, you know, drags up and down, back and forth, this little dot here. I also applied a chorus. And the most important here is the Serum Fx. And the most important part here is Serum Fx, because this is where I apply some distortion, where I apply the filter, a band reject filter. And as you can see, I'm moving it along with this LFO shape to add some very nice neuro-ish kind of tone to it. And at the end, there is this EQ to again remove and decrease those frequencies what really shouldn't be there. So without the effect, without the EQ, with the EQ, anyway, so this is a very nice neuro-ish kind of sound, what you can put into a neuro song really. It is really up to you, what you can download down from the descriptions. And don't forget, if you want to challenge yourself, just try to expand this little project I'm giving out and send it back and try to win a free Skype lesson with me. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial too, and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.